welcome to flatcapeurotalk, and this time it is going to be another scout report, just trying to churn these out as much as I can, especially when the January transfer window 2 degree is almost coming around the window. It's coming around the corner here. So let's break down the first player that I will be doing from the Russian Premier League. There will be some other players I will be picking from them from there, but this one is going to be the Georgian international, Khvicha Kvaratskhelia. Again, really apologize for the pronunciation there. I'm only going to do it once. The guy actually has an incredible name. It's just almost impossible to pronounce. But without further ado, let's do it. And he's born in Tbilisi, Georgia in 2001. Again, another player that's only around 20 years old. Really does speak to, all the new youngsters that are coming out, them being so born late after the 2000s. It really is quite shocking. And then his height is around 6 feet, 1.83 meters. Again, another one of maybe those taller kind of number 10 slash kind of playmakers. He is a playmaker. He is a number 10 for his side, Rubin Kazan. He can be a winger. He can be playing in the middle. He's a right-footed player, by the way. His current club is Rubin Kazan, which is in the Russian Premier League, a decent side in the Russian Premier League, known for its talent there. His father was a footballer, was born in the Soviet Union, and I think was forced to play for the Azerbaijani national side, or even managed, I believe, the Azerbaijani national side. But it was actually a Georgian international. He's scored so far in only the Russian Premier League. This is just the Russian Premier League. From what I could find, he scored 9 goals and 7 assists in 75 Russian Premier League matches. His former side was Lokomotiv Moscow. He was there on loan, I do believe, at one point. Then he made his move from Lokomotiv Moscow to Rubin Kazan. Let's move on to his attributes before we break down the highlights here. He's definitely known for the techers. I mean, I will say, everybody get ready for the techers. His finishing ability is actually quite impressive, especially he does, seem to finish a lot of things with a bit of power. Has very nice composure, especially likes to take it around the byline and even, inside the 18, and still seems to have plenty of composure there. Of course, a lot of times this is maybe Russian Premier League defending, maybe not the highest quality, but, the guy you can't tell him, he's only 20 years old, and he's playing in the Russian Premier League, and that's where he, is going to play. It's where it's kind of part of the region to a degree where he's kind of from. Kind of makes sense that would be his route. He was rumored with Tottenham for some time, actually. And I do believe maybe it's potential that we could actually pull off this move. It seems like someone that we've always been, to a degree, actually quite rumored with. So I would actually keep this guy's name in your head. It's a hard one to say out loud, so I would just keep it in your head. And he does play very, very direct as well. But without further ado, let's break down this guy's highlight reel. I do think this guy really is spectacular. It's actually coming from the site called Georgian Scout on YouTube. So do check out this video. Again, always will be in the description down below. But without further ado, let's break down this guy. Yeah, see, this is some of the finishing that I've been kind of talking about. I mean, the guy really is actually quite nasty with the ball rolls. He's quite decent, and at certain moments. And Jesus, he really is actually quite a talented player in my eyes, especially when it comes to his own technical ability. I really would say, everybody, this guy, even just for the Russian Premier League, like, look at those body feints. That this guy, he knows what he's doing on the ball, at least. There we go, boys. There we go. That's what we like to see right there. This is what I mean. Really knows how to actually control himself in the box. And it obviously right there has a very beautiful touch on him. I mean, regardless of maybe the defenders he's going up against, you can't deny, this guy certainly has a beautiful touch. And that's just absolutely naughty. That is just absolutely naughty right there. Really impressive player, I will say. Again, very, very talented on the ball. You'll be seeing, yeah. I really like how close the ball. Wow, this guy, he really almost 2 degree, maybe a bit of a wow. It's just a bit of a Georgian Tongi, you might say, especially with some of this sort of flair that he has. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Again, I really do like watching this guy. I haven't seen too much of him really ever, but it was someone that we were rumored with right in the transfer mill last summer. And I do feel like, that was probably for good reason, because we probably were actually quite interested in the guy, probably still interested in the guy when you think about it. But again, I would say is someone that we should keep an eye on here. Good finish by the lad as well. Again, this is maybe talking about some of that finishing ability I was speaking of. Very touch. He's very good close control as well. Very, very good close control. Ooh. Ooh. And that is what I'm talking about. That is the composure right there. That is the composure right there that we're talking about. Okay. Okay. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh. Ah! That is ridiculous. That is probably one of the best highlights we'll hopefully see because that's a bit too much for me right there. I really, really am excited about this guy. I really do like what he has to offer. And again, he could be just a decent winger for us, a good creative winger for us. Of course, we've gone for someone like Philippe Coutinho. In the past, I would say this would be like your cheap man's Philippe Coutinho for sure. His contract expires in 2024, everybody. There's that finishing that I'm talking about. Really, again, some of these finishes, wow, that is a ridiculous outside the foot touch. Some of these finishes, again, I would say are very, very impressive for the lad. Very, very impressive. Bit of a Brian Hill kind of look as well. Doesn't seem to maybe care too much maybe about his appearance as well. So I would say, he's a baller. Wow, that is just naughty. Loves that little touch right there. Loves to scoop it down and bring it out of the sky. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. Seeing ya. Seeing ya again. Oh, I wish they showed him trying to finish that as well. Oh my god. This guy, he's just I would say his best attribute, certainly. Wow. Wow. I would say his best attribute clearly is, the Tuckers, clearly is the dribbling. He spins these guys in a tumble dry. I'll tell you that. Puts them on the low cycle, but high spin, just seems to spin player after player. They always end up on the floor as well. Really embarrasses players. Just, Jesus, dude. Like, Jesus. Really embarrasses some of these guys. Really does. That was actually quite clever. That's a bit of an unorthodox goal. A bit of an unorthodox goal, if you ask me. That's actually another attribute of his game I love. He seems to be able to control it in areas like that, which I don't even understand how he does. It's almost like the Kareem Benzema skill we one time saw, on the byline like that as well. So there you are, everybody. I mean, honestly, very, very impressive skills. And speaks to the finishing ability again. I think his finishing is also kind of connected to the fact that he has such a fantastic first touch. Clearly, this guy, his first touch is world class. I will say that. And he just, wow, the megs are just nonstop. The megs are just nonstop with this man. Jeez, the ball is glued to his foot. It's actually glued to his foot the whole time he dribbles. Jeez, that's almost the most Salah touch right there. It's another boy you'll be seeing you. Don't tell me. That's 2 megs right there. That's stupid. That is stupid. Ooh. Don't tell me he megs somebody here. Please don't. Please don't. Okay. I don't know if I could have handled that, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't know. Jesus. This guy, I mean, I don't care if it's the Russian Premier League. I really did. Come on. I mean, how many? I can't even count that high for how many megs he's had. I really can't. Seems to be an unorthodox goal. Yeah, nasty deflection there. Very, very nasty deflection. Actually, quite lucky if you ask me. Pretty poor keeping as well. Wow. Jeez, he's just, oh, jeez. And a threaded through ball as well. I'm not. These necks are starting to piss me off with how many he's getting. It's just making this is unfair. This guy is clearly unfair for the Russian Premier League. Again, it's only 20 years old. It's only 20 years old. So, he's just clearly trying to make his, stardom over there. Makes sense considering the region that he was born. He probably would go to the Russian Premier League and would be scouted over there. But wow, he really has incredible body fans. Does not need pace by the looks of it as well. Does not need pace. This is a good grainy video. Wow, the touch is ridiculous. His touch is ridiculous. Very impressed by him. Very impressed by him. I am very impressed by him, especially the Tuckers there are actually very, very impressive. Some of the best I say we've seen, maybe apart from the Kong and Lee video for sure. And so everybody, you can't find that video on Georgian Scout, by the way. But everybody, hope you enjoyed this one. Another really kind of shorter, maybe scout report. Hopefully, you can just bang on through these. Either all players that we've been either rumored with, or players that I feel like Spurs should go after. Especially a lot of these are number 10s, are wingers, really really creative players. But without further ado, please check out my other videos. Please hit that subscribe button down below as well, the big shiny red one, and also hit that notification bell to never miss another highlight reaction and scout report like this one. But I will be seeing you.